No, it's a tradition now. I gotta do it all the time. Birdman hand rub, Damon. Birdman hand rub. Yeah. Hey, welcome Black Zoners, man. It's the day before out here, Damon, man. It is time for the weekend. For that strong, to end that week strong, man. Yeah. But hey, it's what is this? The bottom of the hour. We coming in actually a little bit on time today, man. That's actually amazing, man. We're coming in at 12:30 at the bottom of the hour right here with GRAND Day Baltimore, where we bring you more information and we are inspiration for the culture out here, man. I'm your guy, Joseph Garner, along with my co-host over there, Damon Williams, in a place to be. Yeah. Well, look at them. They already smashing that thumbs up for us, already hitting that like button. Hey, we like that, man. Look. We're going to encourage that some more, man. If you are zoning in right now, man, hopefully you're out there following us on one of our many platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. You know, if you're on Instagram right now, go ahead, drop a comment, and then jump on over to the YouTube.
You just not going. Pornhub just ain't gonna happen.
Huh? The Pornhub is coming. I'm waiting for you to get your feet together, like you said. You said you gotta get your feet.
I've been lotioning my feet up. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get your feet together first, man.
Keep this nice clean socks.
Absolutely. But hey, make sure you are liking, man, share and subscribe. And when you come on through to the professional Bloviators over here, look, you can do this, man. We help you get you through your workday. Go ahead, minimize us, put us in the upper right-hand corner of your phone, man. Turn it down a little bit and ignore your boss right now while you listen to us. Give news and views out here, damn. Man. We got some bizarro world stuff today.
Man, this whole city is. This weather's bizarro.
Weather's bizarro. How about that? Well, let the zoners look at it right now, man. If you late popping up out of the bed right now on this February, look at me. I'm still stuck in February, man. March 7th. Dang.
Yeah.
Time flying right now, man.
It's living in the future.
Yeah, it's overcast and 58 degrees out there. And then looking like we're going to hit 59 degrees tomorrow, Damon, possibly 60, man. It's getting up there. little bit of rain on Saturday, cloudy on Sunday, but we holding out strong. 50 degrees, and hey, guess what happens on Sunday? You know about that? What happens Sunday?
I know somebody's birthday was Sunday.
Nah, this Sunday coming up.
Oh, daylight savings?
Yes, sir. Spring forward out there. Hey, go ahead, hit him with that. Hit him with that.
We just didn't have a winter. It didn't happen. We act like it didn't happen.
Zipped on through that thing.
We act like it didn't happen.
You're going to lose an hour of sleep this weekend. But I felt it coming on because I've been waking up like an hour before my alarm anyway. My body's just been doing it automatically right now. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Well, we just act like winter didn't happen.
Didn't happen at all, man. At all. But, hey, hopefully you out there somewhere in Baltimore, man, in Philly, in Delaware, D.C., the DMV that we're not a part of, man. Somewhere out there enjoying your liquid lunch, watching us, man, because we got some good stuff for you today. All right? You ready for it? If
you were going to have a liquid lunch, what would you have?
If I was going to have a liquid lunch today?
If you were going to have a liquid lunch and you got to go back to work, what would you have?
Champagne or beers.
Hey, man, can't beat the highlight.
Yeah. I'm breaking out the champagne of beers. Yeah.
Cold one.
Good stuff. Cracking a cold brew. All right, so we got top stories today, Damon. It just passed. And look, hey, everybody's going to hear my Baltimore East come out of me right now. Tuesday. Super Tuesday, man. Just came and went out there. And it just shows how bizarre things are, Damon. In a decisive Super Tuesday, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump, people hate to say that, right, solidified their positions, all but guaranteeing a November rematch. Oh, man, these guys are back at it again. Biden and Trump secured victories across multiple states, with Trump nearly sweeping all but Vermont, which Nikki Haley won. Despite losing Vermont, Trump secured states like Virginia, Massachusetts, and Maine. Nikki Haley, facing unfavorable outcomes in states with moderate voters, announced the suspension of her campaign in her home state of South Carolina. So another one bites the dust. All right, last one that jumped out of it was DeSantis, and then before that, my guy Vivek. I wish I had the clip where Vivek told that guy shut the F up. They all dropped out of it. So now it's all about Trump, man. It's all about Trump. Now listen. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now listen to this. Biden faced a defeat in the Democratic caucus in American Samoa. So he won all of his states except for American Samoa. So apparently the Samoans out there, they ain't about that Joe Biden mess. But he remains the dominant candidate in the Democratic race, with their continued dominance right now. A Biden-Trump rematch in November seems increasingly likely.
I've never heard the American Samoa mentioned in voting. I've never heard that. Have you? I've never heard that.
Crazy stuff, right? Bizarro world. Now, here, but Biden's 81 and Trump is 77.
That's the question I have for you. Okay, do you have any idea how many people in America? I mean, population. What's the population of America? Any idea?
We gotta Google that one out there, man. Come on. Hey, Zonas.
Is it a billion people?
Let us know. No, it ain't a billion
that's
people.
China.
Yeah, that's China. Let's see. I'm gonna pop it in here, man.
So
330 something million, something like that. 500 million population of the United States. Go ahead, though.
336 million people. Let's just chop it in half and say half are adults.
331.9 million as of 2021.
Okay. Let's just say a fourth of that. Mm-hmm. Let's say a fourth of that are people 35 and older. You're telling me a fourth of 300 million people, you can't find two people more qualified than these two?
than these guys right
geezers.
And these guys right here.
Like Biden is actually an old geezer. If you look up old geezer in the dictionary, you see him.
You see him there.
You see crazy old man.
Yeah.
You see Trump. I mean, he's the crazy old dude.
Hey, look, you see it up on the screen right there now. Among all adults right now. So if the election were final as of Super Tuesday, Donald Trump would have won by 51%. Right now, he has 51% of the adult voters in his corner, and Joe Biden has 42% of them.
Look,
and this is according to ABC News, a Washington Post poll out here.
I'm just asking you. You ain't got them asking you who you voting for, whatever. Is there anything that you would follow either of these men into? Anything? Like to a barbecue? A Chipotle? You know what I'm saying? Like what would you follow these dudes to?
You ain't going to Mar-a-Lago with Trump?
Like, would you let Trump do your taxes?
Man.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, would you let Biden be your Uber driver?
Oh, no. That guy, you seen the video of him crashing his bicycle. Biden's not driving me anywhere. So
why the hell are these people? Dude, you are the commander-in-chief. And that's a real, like, whatever you believe in politics, whatever. This is the best we got.
The elders aren't doing well right now. Because, I mean, usually, right, that's how it goes, right? The cycle of things. You look to your elders for leadership.
Yes.
And right now, man, the elders in a lot of communities aren't looking too, man. They're not looking too sharp right now.
Look, do the Birdman hands, or do the Birdman hands. If I was an enemy of America,
ooh,
I'd be doing the Birdman hands.
The Birdman
hands. This the best you got? This the best you got?
Firing shots out there.
Come on, man. Uncle Fester and the crazy old white man. That's the best you got. Come on, man.
That's what's going on.
Have you looked at Putin lately?
He
don't look like that. He don't look like that. I'm just saying.
Well, all right. So last week we talked about this. Boom, and we'll pop it up there for the zoners. They kicked the can down the road just a little further, Damon. All right. The government shutdown has been avoided. All right. In a move to avert a government shutdown, the Republican-controlled U.S. House of Representatives passed legislation voting 339 to 85. All right. Funding various federal agencies through the fiscal year. Well, actually, up until I saw the date, March 22nd. I have it in my notes over here. All right. So, well, certain agencies funded through the year. Other agencies have until March 22nd. I should say that. All right. Now, all of this was done with a 1,050-page bill. So they had to read through 1,050 pages of this, right? It covers programs at major federal departments, including agriculture, justice, transportation, and housing. All right. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson secured support from Democrats due to a slim majority in opposition from hardline conservatives seeking deeper spending cuts. This legislation aims to reverse federal government growth facing national debt concerns approaching. All right, now the national debt, you can follow it on the tracker, $34 trillion. They're never paying that off. That's not going to get paid. It's not happening. All right. Congress is already 5 months late in passing the full-year government funding measures. The U.S. government has moved the deadline to March 22nd. Other agencies like Defense, Homeland Security, and Health have to be addressed as well. All right. The total spending proposed is $1.6 trillion, reflecting a reduction from last year. So go ahead and add another trillion to that. So $35 trillion now, $36 trillion to the national debt. And they have until March 22nd to figure this thing out, man. Figure it out.
Oh, boy. Quite a country we live in.
Bizarro world.
Buy your land.
Bizarro world stuff, man. Bizarro world.
Get some gold and some silver.
Hey.
And some firearms. And canned non-perishable.
Look, we started on the political vibe right there, zoners, and we're gonna get a little serious out here, man. If you think that was serious, man, wait till we start talking. I want you guys to hang around for man purses. That is one Merces, man. That is one of the conversations of the day. So look, we're gonna holler at a couple sponsors. Let us catch our breath. We're coming right back. We're talking Maryland rap lyrics, Damon. Another bill passed. Crazy stuff. Oh, hey, it's almost that time of year, Damon, and I love, I like landscaping. It's always peaceful out there, man. When you get out there, play in the grass.
Oh no, I don't play in no grass, man.
Get your gutters free. You don't have a green thumb,
man. Plenty of green thumbs around me, but no, I don't.
None of that.
Freshly cut grass reminds me of hay fever and asthma attacks.
Oh, okay. Well, I say all of that to say, man, big shout out to the lawn leaf people, leaf lawn people. All right, give them a shout out. You see that they support us over here at GRAND Day Baltimore, man, and everything that we're doing on Zone 16 Network, man.
Now I love the beauty of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely love the look.
Yeah.
But me,
you're not doing it. That ain't how you getting down. All right. Well, all right. You sent me this story, Damon. This is a little interesting.
Wait, is it PG?
Bizarre. Yeah. Well, kinda, sorta. Right? Maryland lawmakers, Damon, like you said, are considering a bill named the PACE Act, protecting the admissibility of creative expression. All right, the PACE Act. And it's aimed at regulating the use of rap lyrics and artistic expression as evidence in criminal cases. The bill would require a court to establish a clear connection between the defendant's creative expression and the alleged crime before admitting it as evidence. This legislation follows concerns about the All right, where am I? I lost my place here. Dad, that's messed up, man. This legislation follows concerns about the prejudicial use of rap lyrics in trials, exemplified by cases like that of Atlanta rapper Young Thug. All right, we see them. You see that guy up on the screen right there. Supporters argue the PACE Act would safeguard artistic expression, while opponents, including the Maryland State's Attorneys Association, fear it could hinder prosecutors' ability to use relevant evidence. The bill has garnered support from various organizations, including the ACLU and the Recording Academy. The PACE Act, David. So now, Maryland is taking the side of you can't use their lyrics against them. Their First Amendment. They're protecting the First Amendment. How you feel about that?
You know, it's a slippery slope, but if I felt like these guys were actual artists, I'd ride with that. But you just a thug who you just got a microphone in front of you. Nah, man. You're admitting the crimes and you're recording yourself doing it. It's the same as a dude that does IG live shooting people and stuff.
So all right, so
that's not art.
You're
a dumb criminal.
What they call it, the flip side to that coin. Now, I know that you and and our zoners out there, you guys are gangster movie fans. Are they using Martin Scorsese films to arrest Italian mobsters? But a lot of them, I guess, are after the fact because it's after the mobsters have already been arrested and then they're just doing the story, right? So
if you got two Italian dudes in South Philly who make a reality show, and on reality show they're joking about whacking somebody and putting them in the trunk of a Buick Riviera,
yeah,
and they get locked up on it, then yeah. And and that's what I'm saying. Like these guys that use that say, "What about Arnold Schwarzenegger with his guns?" It's fiction.
That's true.
But if you're actually you're recording yourself. Because let's just be real, a lot of these dudes recording themselves on iPhones and everything else. It's not like these guys are not in some grand studio like Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson back in the day. Mm-hmm. They got, you know what I'm saying? So it's stripped down, tools they're using a lot of times. It's just like a lot of these guys who are videotaping themselves committing crimes. Before you would actually have to set up a camera, get a video camera. It looks so crazy, but it's so commonplace to just grab your iPhone and just
see somebody film or something.
Rap into whatever. Yeah, so they're not thinking about how easily incriminating that is. So I can't put guys like that on the same level as like a Fat Joe. He's in a studio saying, whatever, you know what I mean? It's not the same.
Yeah. All right, now we got Zonas in the chat, man. Marcus Jones is out there saying he said that the director isn't killing people. So, you know, when we're using the gangster movie comparison,
to me, you know, it's hard to say somebody's not an artist, but it's like, you're not an artist to me. You're not an artist. You're not an artist if all you did was you put a bunch of words together about how you shot this guy and shot this guy. Is that art? Is that art we need to protect? Is that art that we need to protect? That's a better question. Is that art we need to protect? I say no.
Okay.
To me, I don't care. Lock them up. I don't care. Stop killing people and rapping about it.
Yeah, I mean, you sent me the story this morning, so I know you felt some way about it, and I had to take my opportunity to read up on it. And
I think the bigger issue is these Negroes need to stop killing people. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's the bigger problem to me than their goddamn First Amendment rights. To me, I'd rather see more alive black men than these stupid dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Having their freedom. That's just me.
Okay.
Black men alive, stupid rappers who want to talk about murdering. Hey, what happens to you happens to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Marcus Jones said in the chat, man. Everybody else, go ahead join in there. We'll make sure we pop your comment up on the screen. But Marcus Jones said can't hold it against them if they're not committing crimes. So
no, but these guys are committing crimes.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if they're not committing, I agree with Marcus in that sense. If they're just telling stories and it's not true details out there, then you can't hold it against them. Right? If they're not really committing crimes.
I mean, Tupac had lyrics. Tupac had gunshots in his music. Tupac killed 1,000 people in his lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
He's an angry man.
But he wasn't a killer. We know he wasn't a killer. We knew that.
Yeah. We
knew he wasn't a killer when he was alive. The only people who think Tupac was a thug are people who weren't alive when Tupac was alive. How about that?
Hey, man.
You know that, man. Come on, man.
You got a lot of people out here that are actual Tupac fans. You hurting their feelings out here now.
No, I didn't say anything wrong being a fan. I said the only people who thinks Tupac was a thug are people who weren't alive when Tupac, was alive. Yes, they're the only people that believe that. Those of us who remember Tupac in the flesh, come on, we know what he was.
He did so good of a job acting. You know, I think Juice is a horror movie. He did such a good job that when I showed Juice to my son, you know, and Titus wasn't alive for him, and, you know what I mean? He's just like, I don't like Tupac now. He doesn't like Tupac based off of his character, Bishop.
It's actors like that with me.
Yeah. He played that role so well that the first time that my son was introduced to him as an actor, he's like he thinks that really is Tupac. That's how he is.
You know,
he doesn't like him.
I wouldn't like him if it weren't
crazy,
for
right?
If it weren't for him being in digital underground and him having music that I liked before that. I agree with Titus on that. I wouldn't have liked him. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like the guy that played in Paid in Full. Mm-hmm. And apparently he's on BMF or one of them star shows. The guy who set up Ace and Paid in Full. The guy with the glass, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Kermit. Yeah, what's popping, Kermit?
I hate that guy. I hate that guy. He was in Paper Soldiers.
Now, I mean, we talking about lyrics here. So these are a lot of modern rappers out here. You know what I mean? With like rapper Young Thug that we had up on the screen. He's going through his trial now in Atlanta, but. All right, so I mean, what about the guys from our generation? It was a lot of gun talk, a lot of pistolering.
Yeah, but see this that dirty secret about hip hop.
Yeah.
When you peel it back, Mobb Deep they were school of the arts kids.
That was saying, but they talked a lot of gun talk. That's what I'm saying. That's all they talked was gun talk.
I said Tupac. He got gunshots and all kind of stuff. Big Noid over there coughing.
Yeah.
Gunshots and everything else in his music. But we all knew Tupac wasn't shooting anybody. Mobb Deep, come on, man. The dudes went to school. They were performing arts guys.
Wasn't Prodigy's like grandmother like a jazz musician or grandfather or something like that, a jazz musician?
You knew they weren't killing anybody.
You ain't a killer.
So they're a little different. It was pure entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Pure entertainment. These guys they not talking. I mean, they living it. Like, they actually are living it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a little different. It's always funny to me when you see, like recently I watched the Run DMC documentary.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy when you hear a lot of those older rappers talk. And they'll say, well, yeah, I was in college and so-and-so was my college roommate. And then blah, blah, I knew him from college. And then think about what's the most famous DMC lyric? DMC,
I went to John Jay University. St. John's University. Yeah.
All those rappers, they were all college kids.
Man.
These bozos nowadays, they barely get out of high school.
That's true.
So it's a different quality of artists now. You know, even ones, we didn't have inarticulate rappers. We didn't have that. So, you know, the level of the quality of artistry is in the toilet anyway. It's like like Mobb Deep, they were talking about crazy stuff, but it sounded really good.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys don't rhyme. I mean, if you're gonna admit the murders, at least make it sound good.
Murder music, man.
You know what I'm
Mobb Deep and murder music. All right, hey, look, we are going to be right Black Zoners. We got to holler at these sponsors to help us bring this thing out here, man. All the people that support us here over at Zone 16 Network. And then when we come back, Damon, we recapping it, man, because we about to roll into March Madness, so we got to talk about the actual winners of the CIAA tournament, Damon. Yeah. You know who won?
No clue.
All right, we'll find out when we get back. Man. All right, Damon. CIAA winners. Winner, chicken dinner. Because, look, we talk about all those other events that were going on, man. Bort, the concerts. And jokingly, you mentioned it in the group chat, man. It's actually a basketball tournament. The oldest basketball tournament. So there was actually some basketball taking place out here in Baltimore this weekend, man.
Lots of it.
Lots of basketball, man. I'm going to drop it up there on the screen for you right there, man. Congratulations, all right, on the men's side to the Lincoln Lions. And on the women's side, Fayetteville State Broncos, Damon. The Broncos, they brought it home on the championship out here. All right, now peep this. Got some information for the people out here, man. The Fayetteville State women's basketball team won its fifth, Damon. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. All right, fifth. Wow. CIAA conference championship in program history. So they rolling out here, man. Yeah, they rolling, man. They had a dominant tournament performance here in Baltimore this past weekend. The Broncos, who are ranked number 3 in the NCAA's Atlantic region in Division II basketball, defeated the Elizabeth City State University Vikings 64-59, man. 64-59 down at the CFG Bank Arena. All right, with Saturday's win, all right, FSU athletic program secured the 4th CIAA championship this year. So the school is just winning, man. 16 CIAA championships since 2021. That's the year that Chancellor Allison was appointed as the university's leader. So since Chancellor Allison took over, man, Fayetteville State University has been just doing the thing, representing for the
steamrolling.
Yeah. Rolling people. Now, look, this is why they winning, man. They had, I hope I don't butcher this young lady's name, Anila Bryant. She was the Women's Player of the Year. And then she was named to the CIAA All-Tournament team. All right. She was the Food Line Tournament MVP. All right. So she was on the Fayetteville State team right there. She had a perfect shooter performance then. Went 11 for 11, leading to 31 points out there, man. 11 for 11. She was balling. She was balling. All right. Then they also had Nia Wilkins, who was on the all-tournament team out there, and Keena McLaughlin. All right, they were doing the dang thing. And then they had the Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year on their team. So they were bound to win that tournament. That was going to happen. It was going to happen. Fayetteville State University will compete in the NCAA Division II regional tournament starting March 15th. All right, so nationally, now they're also ranked 12th in Women's Basketball Coaches Association. All right. Now, how about this one, Damon? On the men's side, the lowly Lincoln University, now they flying high, man. They won the championship, Damon. Had a narrow victory out there, 54-51 over Fayetteville State University, the men's team. So Fayetteville State could have had the men's and women's team win the CIAA championship if it wasn't for a 3-point L that they took to Lincoln, man. Now, peep this. There's some history right here. I forgot. A lot of the teams in the MEAC used to be CIAA teams. So Lincoln was acknowledged. Yeah, so they're a champion. And this is their first time being champions, and they were on this list. It says in the official list of CIAA winners in 1915 with Howard and Hampton. So Lincoln is one of the official CIAA teams.
Wasn't North Carolina Central, weren't they in the CIAA?
And moved up to the MEAC? Yeah. I see the zoners out there in the audience shaking their head right now, saying yeah.
I never knew Lincoln and Morgan had the same colors.
Now, they do. Yes, they do. All right, now to give the male players their props, just like we did the female players out there. Ethan Garita, all right, emerged as the leading scorer for Lincoln. He finished the game with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks. All right, and then they had Baker Cleveland, who also played a crucial role in the victory, and he had a clutch performance where he scored 13 points, man. Had 2 steals out there, converting 8 of 10 from the free throw line. All right, and it looks like this is the case. It's the case in all basketball tournaments, man. Peter Sorbit was named the CIAA tournament MVP, and he played for the Lincoln Lions out there, man. He contributed 9 points, 4 blocks, and 6 rebounds in the championship game, going 4 for 8, shooting the ball from the field out there, man. All right. CIAA, Damon. CIAA. Lincoln secures the CIAA's automatic bid to the NCAA Division II tournament out here now. Selection Sunday, March 10th is coming up for the men.
So other than Morgan, this is a dumb question. That's just not dumb. I'm curious. Other than Morgan, who do you think has the best HBCU gear? Best colors. I probably asked you this before.
I mean, just with nostalgia, I like the G for Grambling because of my last name. So I'm gonna rock the Grambling.
I like Norfolk.
That
green and yellow. I don't know why I like that. I like that.
Dion tried to freak it with Jackson State, but he tried to turn them into like the HBCU Oregon out there. He tried to freak it a little bit, but I'm a Grambling guy, especially the tricolors. I love the tricolors out there.
I like when you could play with a lot. Bright colors you could play with a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was one of the things about Oregon. You could play with it so much.
Yeah. Good stuff.
One of the beautiful things about our Terps. But, it'd be nice if they won with all those nice helmets. Well, no, we won a bowl game, so whatever. I'm just saying.
Hey, we got to talk March Madness next week, because that's what's coming up. But I'm not a real big NCAA follower on that level anymore. I follow the HBCUs, but
I don't follow either.
Oh man, shots fired out there. Shots fired. Well, look, this is so we go from good news to bad news in the CIAA, Damon. All right, so CIAA school St. Augustine University faced a significant setback as its appeal to regain accreditation was denied by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Board of Trustees. This decision followed a probationary status issued in December. Despite an appeals hearing on February 20th, the SACSCOC Appeals Committee upheld the termination of accreditation, leaving students and parents bewildered. The university expressed disagreement with the ruling, planning to appeal further and potentially litigate against the SACSCOC. That's a mouthful, man. I have to say that all the time. Financial concerns loom large, all right, especially regarding student aid. So when you lose your accreditation, you're no longer good for student aid out there. And they said that 85% of the students that go to St. Augustine are on financial aid out there, man. So
this is rough.
Yeah, they're in trouble. The school also had payroll issues. So employees haven't been paid there since February, it was saying. And then they're going through legal troubles, which includes a lawsuit from Wellfleet Insurance Company over unpaid premiums for the insurance, for the students' health care insurance out there. So this just further exacerbates the university's challenges, man. And additionally, the school has, suffered some financial mismanagement issues, Damon. And they had revelations about a $7 million line of credit with the bank OZK. All right, the university's financial audit for 2021 fiscal year revealed that $10 million in unsupported funds were missing out there, underscoring long-standing money management issues, and about $3 million of that $7 million disappeared as well. And despite these challenges, university leaders organized a candlelight vigil to foster hope and community resilience amidst uncertainty. St. Aug, man. North Carolina school out there. About to go under.
A lot of history.
Yeah. A lot of history there. I actually, in my brief time coaching, it's a brief time, like I didn't do it for 19 years. But when I was at Newtown, big shout out to Jalen Gresham, man. Gresham Sneed out there. He went to St. Aug, played linebacker for him. So I had a kid that played at St. Aug, man, on a scholarship.
I mean, some people are saying that they'll be able to come back. But this isn't something that other colleges haven't gone through and were able to be reinstated.
Well, Morgan.
There's not a
deficit.
Because
there was a point in time where Morgan had lost its accreditation, right? In the 80s, right? Early 80s, late 70s. Yeah, late 70s. And they fought back and, got their accreditation. And now Morgan's rolling, churning out, wonderful people like myself. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You have the stigma. The stigma will be there. You'll always have some a-hole that'll bring it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll always have it. But as long as they reinstate it, that's all that really matters. You just don't want to see history like that just be wiped away, for mismanagement. There's no telling what was going on. You're only going to get part of the story.
Yeah.
And then in the news, you're going to get the worst of it.
Well, and I mean, this was kind of exposed, unfortunately, with Deion Sanders, right, at Jackson State. And, for anybody that's ever, been a part of HBCU, that sometimes, the schools go through a little money issues out there. Go through a lot of money issues, man.
Whoa. I didn't want to say he was a bit of a Trojan horse, but would you honestly say that he highlighted some of the issues that go on at HBCUs?
What he did was like what, when we all got mad at Bill Cosby out there. I was about to call him Pills. Damn. I know, right? When we all got mad about Bill Cosby, when he put, he aired the culture's dirty laundry out there on a public platform. And that's kind of what Deion did with HBCUs. I want to say it's an urban legend. You know what I mean? I want to say it's a myth because we know that it happens.
I think it's different.
Right? We know it happens, but for him to get out there publicly and start to run a smear campaign, man, basically.
I think it's different.
Why do you think
it's different?
Go ahead.
Because Bill Cosby was at Coppin State University. he was at an HBCU with that famous speech,
Mm-hmm.
speaking to black people.
That's true. That's true.
Deion Sanders has never been associated with really black anything other than him being black. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you can hear Shannon Sharp even talk, and he's an HBCU graduate. And he'll tell you flat out, I only went there because I couldn't get into Georgia Tech. He'll say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys never had any kind of, you know what I'm saying? They don't talk about it in any capacity other than that.
Yeah.
So
Marcus Jones said Ed Reed did worse. He didn't. Ed Reed, he chimped out so much. He didn't even get a chance to get on campus. So he doesn't even really count to me. He just went and lost his mind real quick. So he doesn't count to me. But
I'm just saying, Deion highlight. You said it, but yeah, you know, he was bringing attention to some, you know what I mean, some issues that may or may not have been there.
Now I know, you know,
he put it on the national stage. Ain't nobody's business.
You know, I can speak on it, right? I went to a TWI, I went to a HBCU, right? Yeah, so you know what I mean, I can definitely speak on that issue out there. And I mean, it was glaring differences when I made the transfer, but at the same time, I don't regret making the transfer. If that makes sense to you.
What I mean? Yeah, but if you got up with a bullhorn and said, hey, over here at Morgan State, blah, 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 this was going wrong, blah, 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 and this was going right over there at the white school.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And you're doing it at Towson University. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, that was my problem with what he was doing. You know, a lot of people didn't even know what the hell HBCU was. There's white folks that don't know. Like, you could, like, to us, it's we're like Howard University. Oh, it's in the nation's capital. There are white boys sitting there like, where's Howard? What's Howard?
They don't know nothing about.
They don't know
the Mecca.
What is it? 8,000 students at Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, white folks don't know anything about Morgan.
The Mecca.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like for him to highlight that aspect of it was dirty. It was dirty. It said Mississippi. Most people can't even name 2 colleges in Mississippi,
let alone the HBCU down there.
One of the because we know of 2 of them. We do.
Yeah,
I think it's more than that. But
yeah, for
you to point out the negativity at the one that you're, come on, man, that's foul.
Foul.
Shame on you, Deion, man.
Foul stuff. Well,
you're the greatest athlete out of them still.
Well, look, you talked Shannon Sharp. So when we come back, man, we got. Okay, man, he kind of encompasses a lot of the topics out here today. we got him for the man purses, and we're also going to talk podcasters, man, and Cam Newton, and you know what we're doing here, and you know, are we even qualified to be a part of this, man? So stick around for about a minute or so. Come right back. We got some real uncomfortable conversations for you today, Zoners. Oh,
cognac.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you got in that water bottle, man. He covered his ice today. Covered his ice. Liquid lunch for real. I don't have any cognac. Nah, me, man. All right, so look. Here it is, Damon, man. Here it is. Now, you sent me this clip. And this is from Shaquille O'Neal's podcast, the big podcast. So we got podcasters interviewing podcasters about podcasts.
That's why.
Funny stuff out here. So Pete, Cam Newton, and this conversation actually it's a double conversation because it's about athletics and it's about podcasting. So hey, Zoners, get ready, man. Drop your stuff in the chat. We want to know how you feel about this.
Golden age of athlete-generated content more than any other time in sports. People tune in to podcasts. I mean, this is a podcast epidemic, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got you get a podcast. But the truth of the matter is people are leaning into receiving their content in a different way, digesting it in a different way. If I want to hear about basketball, I want to hear it from Shaquille O'Neal, not respectfully, not Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. is a good guy. Am I a fan of Scott Van Pelt? Am I a fan of, the rest in peace to Stuart Scott? Yeah. Do I want to suppress their road to that? No, by no means. But if you're talking about real emotions, real preparations, real feelings, real experiences, you're going straight to the source.
All right, there you go, Damon, man. There you go. So, like I said, it's a twofold thing right there. He's getting on people.
He's not getting on anybody, though.
Well, I mean,
I don't think
you can't be a journalist because a lot of the journalists aren't.
That's not what he said.
That's not what he's saying? Ain't
said
Stephen A. a journalist?
He said, by no means am I blocking their path to that.
That's true.
He said it's a lane for. He says it.
Yeah.
He said, but if you want, he said, but if I want to hear about basketball, that's what he said. He said, if I want to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
So on one hand, he has the right. You say, look, I want to listen to basketball guys talk about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the issue is anyone saying that that's not a real discipline, as if journalism, broadcast journalism.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's a slippery slope here.
It's a real skill set.
Yeah, because I got receipts for the zoners out here, man. To show the people that we know what we're talking about here. But keep going.
It's a real skill set. People actually go to school for this. They learn about it.
Yeah,
they learn how to speak. You learn how to shoot. You learn how to edit. You learn all that stuff. You learn integrity. You learn
reading the script,
how to be objective. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A guy like him saying that he never said I want to block your path, but at the same time I like what he's saying because over the years you had these journalists, broadcast journalists, whatever, who would have an angle on athletes that he didn't like, and they were forming images of these athletes who, it dogged them. These guys lost contracts. These guys lost money. Like Eddie Murray, famously in Baltimore. They were writers who dogged him. They hated him.
Mm-hmm.
Hated him. Mm-hmm. So he was known as arrogant and aloof and everything else. That man had no say-so. But in 2024, Eddie Murray and Al Bunbury, they could set up at Woodmore Shopping Center. Hey, man, this is what we're going to talk about. And then here we are. We learn about, maybe Eddie Murray's not that kind of guy. But these guys had such a stranglehold, and I think a lot of these athletes doing this is a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to how they've been treated. Yeah. Cam Newton has been mistreated in the media.
Absolutely,
we have our opinions about him, but he's been mistreated.
Yeah,
which is why you see the disrespect he gets.
Yeah.
So it's people in media who've helped some of that. So I like the fact that the athlete has a voice, but I think it's a happy medium too. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what he was specifically saying, my opinion of it, and what I like about it is there's a lane for that as well. It's for people that want to increase their knowledge base on a sport. Now with the advent of YouTube and and all of these different courses and classes, everybody goes to YouTube University. Like right now, I'm helping Titus become a better basketball player by showing him videos of Phil Handy. Now, Phil Handy was one of the assistant basketball coaches for the Lakers, during the Kobe Shaq run and all of that kind of stuff out there. And now he has his own YouTube channel where he's showing people how to dribble like Kobe and all of that kind of stuff. So there is a lane for that specifically, if that's what you want to get in now. is Cam Newton in that lane though? Is that what he's doing? Because now, I mean, we were just talking, with people in the studio with right now today that we like his 4th and 1 podcast, but he's not talking technique. He's not talking football fundamentals on that.
No, but he was saying if he wanted to hear about basketball, he wants to hear from a basketball guy. And you have those guys who, there's a famous Baltimore Facebook group where they talk about basketball. And the first thing you see them argue sometimes with each other, this guy's kind of funny. The first thing they ask, where'd you play? Where'd you play? Where'd you play? As if the guy they're arguing with has no say-so.
Because he didn't play?
Yeah, you ain't play at Patterson High School in 85, and you have no say-so over basketball. It's absurd.
Yeah.
So this is like that on steroids. So you got a guy who's an MVP, former player, played in the Super Bowl. So, his bravado is like, look, man, you ain't never going to tell me nothing.
Yeah.
So, you already have that opinion of some people who, if you didn't play the game, you don't know the game. But my only issue really with that is it seems to be a black thing. It's okay that, what's the fat white dude that coached at Notre Dame and coached for, he was a coordinator for Bill Belichick.
Oh, Charlie Weiss. Charlie Weiss, yeah.
He had the most.
I was about to call him Weisshurst.
Never played any sports, even at rec level. He coached. His path was from high school.
Well, I mean, Belichick is a lacrosse guy. He's not even a football guy.
He was at least had to be an athlete.
Yeah.
Charlie Weiss never played sports in his life.
Yeah.
But this man ascended to the highest heights of professional football. So how you gonna tell this man he don't know football? How you gonna tell him that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mel Kiper Jr., he pulled that shit out of thin air. He just decided, I analyze drafts. He ain't play nowhere. And he sits up on the desk and they listen to him. So take it easy sometimes with the brothers. Don't name Stephen A. Smith. I mean, he named our church.
He played college ball. He played in an HBCU. So there you go.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. But why name him?
He's been trending about that because of his what he averaged 1.5 points.
I mean, he named Scott Van Pelt. He named our
Turk.
He named him
Turk.
But name them guys. Name Ryan Russillo, Jim Rome. Name them dudes.
All right, now here's the other conversation, and I'm gonna pop it up on the screen, man. We come with receipts over here, man. We don't just get in here and bloviate for no reason, man. We come with receipts, Damon. So right now, hey, give Damon about 30 seconds, man, before he sees it. But up on the screen right there, we got a picture of young Damon right there with Magic Johnson now.
Uh-oh.
We are broadcasters. We've been in this. This ain't new to us. We true to this. We've been doing. We actually have degrees in telecommunications. So, yeah. We actually have degrees in this, man. And for a few years we worked there over at WBFFF Fox 45 over there, man. With Sinclair Broadcasting and everything, and for the morning news show.
Bang, and I lost my picture with him, man.
You got to go through your pictures, man, and find them, man. We had
I said it on my refrigerator. My picture with him was.
Yeah, look. You're about to see it up on the screen right now with Patrice Saunders. We met her as Patrice Harris back in the day out there, man. Good peoples out there, man. Good peoples. Yup. Mark Carey. They got the.
I think I took the day off that day.
Yeah. Right now we got up on the screen right now.
We're like boozed up. Jesus Christ! You gotta get
double fisted and cheesing out there. But so
I used to like that sweater.
We can get on here and bloviate. We have worked on the production side. Like you said, we've been formally trained in the if we want to get in front of the camera and pretend to bloviate and do our job there with our with the journalism and everything. So, but how do you feel about people? I mean, now if you got $1,500, all you got to do is buy yourself a microphone and a mix board and plug it into your iPhone, and you can broadcast to the people. So how do you feel about that, then?
I believe you've heard me say it before. It's the gold rush. So there are certain geniuses, not genius. I don't use the word genius. Oh my God, I don't use that word at all. But there are some people who they struck gold. You had more talent. If the cream rises, man, it doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
If you do it well, it's going to show.
It's going to show.
Even though, and I do believe, yes, the talent level is not what it was. I'm going to say that in certain respects, but I believe those who go the hardest, and you know what I mean, and take the craft a little more serious. I think those are the ones you see. Like, you look at like a Jess Hilarious and what she's become.
She's blowing up, man.
Just from social media.
Yeah, she's blowing up.
She ain't all that. Whatever. Some people may say she's really funny. Some people say she's not. But you can see the drive she had, the content. It was constantly in your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna take that kind of angle, you're gonna be okay. You gonna have people who will say, "I'm gonna do a podcast." They don't realize
the work that goes into it. You gotta be consistent with it. You know what I mean?
Like, we got some good brothers out there right now. We had done a podcast like 15 years ago.
Shout out to the walk-ons.
It was a radio show. Before the camera showed, before people were doing vlogging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was a Sunday. That was every Sunday. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's every single Sunday. Oh, you doing it, and then you got guys who you may, you gotta leave your family in the morning, you know what I mean? Your wife, your girlfriend, whoever. It's like, you going over there again, all y'all doing is drinking beer, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you can look back and...
Y'all were ahead of the curve. Y'all were ahead of the curve,
man. You could have been a heavy $1,000 there or whatever.
Yeah.
You see the kind of money that's coming from this kind of stuff.
You invest in it.
So I'd never be like, everybody got a podcast. But no, everybody ain't doing a podcast.
No.
Everybody may bought some cameras. Everybody may get on a microphone. But everybody ain't doing it.
Ain't doing it.
And Just Hilarious was doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what she is right now. Whether you think she's funny or not, every time you famously followed her. You brought her to my attention. I never heard of her before. But you saw how often you saw every day.
Yeah.
So.
Just with the mess. So, that was her thing. Yeah. She used to do a news segment like this, a comedic news segment.
I put it this way. Cam Newton is following them. He ain't making money on the football field. You see what I'm saying? You see he putting his money, so there must be some kind of value in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants to be on camera. He wants to be seen. He wants to wear those clown outfits and be seen.
Yeah.
And what better way to do it?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so here you go. There it is. That's the perfect segue right there. We talking about clown outfits and broadcasters and podcasters. So right now, the poster boy for that obviously is, unfortunately, Uncle Shay Shay out here. And it's some group circuits, some group chats, he's going by Uncle Gay Shay out here.
Oh man, no, not that.
But he's Shannon Sharp podcast king right now. For the black podcasters, Shannon Sharp, Earn Your Leisure. Yeah, Shannon Sharp, Earn Your Leisure, and then I'm gonna say Joe Rogan on the white side. Joe Rogan, he holding it down. He's holding it down.
Where's Cameron and Mace? Where do they rank?
They just getting in the game. They ain't.
What about Ryan Clark and those guys? They doing
Ryan Clark. They went so chatty Cathy with theirs, and then it just they fell apart publicly. So it didn't look like from the beginning their mission or whatever they were trying to do there. It's like,
I got one for you. I got one for you. I'm not gonna do how Monique did it.
What's that?
You know that white. We all know who he is. All them black people get on there and sit in there and tell all the business of that same white guy, and we not gonna name him. Four letter word start with a V. Yeah. Where you put him for black people?
I mean, he's up there. He's up there. He definitely has the black audience. People listen to him. And he had it for a while because he had valid hip hop artists on his platform. He had valid hip hop artists on his platform. Definitely. So the other thing, right, we discussing is the man bag, Damon.
That's a purse. That's not a man.
All right. So now a lot of people are mad at Shannon Sharp because how he's standing. I like, hey man, the guy has 2 prosthetic hips. What do you expect from a guy that has 2 fake hips, Damon? The guy has 2 fake hips, brother. He can't.
We've seen him not stand like that.
He can't move. But now, man, with the what is going on with the man bag phenom out here? Boom. I'll drop some more video up there for the people to see, man. It's getting a little out of hand, man.
It's the dog. It's the tight outfit. it's the fashion designer that he has followed him around. It's him getting in fights with John Morant's father. I mean, he's getting in these sassy arguments with people online. And then it's the man bags. Yes, they're not okay. They're not. The persons are not okay. I don't care who's doing it.
Now, look, you see, now we got different. It's a lot of different versions of this thing out here now. And we were discussing this in the group chat. Hey, Zoners, man, for the last couple of minutes before we get up out of here, man, make sure you chime in the conversation, man. What is okay and what isn't okay? I said backpacks for a man. Now, right now, they see it on the screen right now, man. Terrence Howard is in complete and utter violation. He has a satchel in his hand. I mean, a clutch. He's literally holding a clutch in his hand. Not wearing a clutch. Now, Snoop Dogg has almost the equivalent of a duffel bag. It looks like Louis right there. I don't have a problem with men carrying duffel bags or backpacks.
Kind of wear.
Pharrell went a little overboard with this one here.
He wears dresses.
This big purple. I don't know what this is. It looks like a purple suitcase. But then Kanye brought out the brown leather one. So he has the big bag, but and I say all of them are fake Dwayne Waynes. And you see it right there on the screen, man.
No.
Dwayne Wayne with the saddlebag on his shoulder, right there. They all fake Dwayne Waynes. Dwayne Wayne been doing it. He been doing it, and so we can't get completely upset about it.
Look, we got Capadon in the studio. What you say over there?
They said there's no comparison out there.
He was a professor, and he carried books and those things. He was being fashion forward. How dare you compare Dwayne Wayne? Come on, with the flip glasses, and he wore Jordans.
This guy on the screen right here, he went hard. He has the man bag and he got the book bag on. So what do you if you have a book bag on? Why do you also need the shoulder bag as well?
Women do it. Girls do it all the time.
Now these guys, we're going to say this is done for fashion, and that's what Shannon Sharp's wearing his for fashion. But I'm also the kind of guy, Damon, I don't like to have a bunch of shit in my pockets.
Joe, you wearing a fanny pack when you're jogging the streets of Baltimore.
Yeah, fanny packs are cool for guys over 40.
Fanny packs are not cool.
For guys over 40, you can rock fanny packs.
Fanny packs are not cool. They're functional.
There you go.
No, for you, they're functional. For you.
Yeah.
For you. But some dude with a gut and tight jeans on, roaming around Baltimore with a pair of Yeezys on, with a fanny pack up under his gut, no, they're not cool. They're not. For you, they're functional. You need your hands free. You need to be loose and light on your feet because you're running. If you're going to class at, Coppin State, and you have a backpack on because you have books in there. If you're riding your bike or you're hiking, you have a backpack on.
Yeah.
These bags are functional. Kadeem Hardison was a college professor.
That is true. That is true.
I will even give you the the carrying case men used to, like the leather joints had a little handle on it. They hold it.
Well, that's what Terrence Howard had up there.
Not a clutch. No, that looked like a clutch.
His look like a clutch, man. His look like the joint our ladies wear.
I'm talking about. You remember the video for Teenage Love? Slick Rick has
Slick Rick.
And he went to get like he was about to get
I know what
gun.
You're talking about. And the strap went around the wrist. And you can hang it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Black men wear them back in the 80s and 70s. And they probably, they may or may not have a pistol in that thing. You don't know. But it looked manly. You know the way they held it and stuff? But come on, man. Purses and it's
Merces.
And it's the way they hold it up under there. You saw that clip of Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a fur that stopped at his belly button. It's like, dude, hey, dress how you want. I'm just saying. These are purses. These are purses. That's all. These are purses.
These are purses.
They're purses, man.
Hey, we got Ray Askins in the chat, man. Ray Askins said that the conversations with Ocho Cinco, man, late night between him and Unc, they're getting a little stupid right now. They're getting a little crazy out
What
there.
I say? Content. The gold rush. You see what I'm saying? They struck gold. It's fool's gold. It's fool's gold. See what I'm saying? You get some people, it's actually, you know what I mean?
Too much.
No, some people it's the real deal. You get some people, it's actually interesting to listen to them. Once you get past Ocho Cinco being cheap, him talking crazy, what you got?
You ain't got much else after
What you got after that? Shannon Sharp, it's more to it. You saw him, he's country. He talk a little crazy. Then he gets to talk about personal things. Then you saw him interviewing people. You see him getting better. He went to a speech therapist. You see him getting better.
He improved.
Better.
He's a good interviewer. Yes. He's definitely a good interviewer.
He's not fool's gold.
Yeah.
Chad Johnson is fool's gold.
Now, look, Ray Askins is agreeing with me right here, man. He said fanny packs in the 90s was because no pockets on your Umbros or your biker style shorts, man. So when you went to King's Dominion out there, so you had to rock. That's what I said, man. Fanny packs are cool, man. I could do it. I could do them. I could do a fanny pack. They all right, man. Oh, man, Marcus Jones chiming in out here, man. He also said, Ocho needs to go.
He thinks Ryan Clark needs to go too, by the way.
Shots are being fired out here at the podcast.
Let me see, who all did he name?
Those guys are going to beat us up when they see us, man. Because, right, the whole pivot thing, like Brandon Marshall, that guy's weird. Channing Crowder. Channing Crowder is like a Neanderthal, dude. That guy's crazy, man.
And Fred Taylor needs to sit on someone's couch and talk to a therapist.
He seems depressed.
He does.
He's suffering from some type of depression or something.
He makes me sad.
Yeah.
He makes me sad. Yeah. I have enough issues in my life. He makes me sad.
Yeah, that's the
pivot. The guy.
Yeah, the pivot that I'm not a pivot fan, man. I'm not a pivot fan at all. Not a pivot fan.
I'm not a fan of Cameron and Mace show either.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I wasn't even a fan of Mace as a rapper, so I didn't want to hear what he had to say when he rapped.
Me either. Yeah. I wish I would have never heard him rap. How about that?
All right, man. So before we get out of here, y'all know what we always like to show y'all, man. The born days, man. Those individuals celebrating a happy birthday today, man. The born day. All right, Damon. So we got two ladies out here for Women's History Month right now, man. We got on camera right on this day in 1917, ballerina Jeanette Collins was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. Unfortunately, she transitioned in 2003. And then today, Damon, March the 7th in 1964 is Wanda Sykes' birthday, man. Portsmouth, Virginia. Wanda Sykes, man. She has appeared on the Chris Rock Show. She's had HBO specials, and she's been in several films, man, including Evan Almighty and My Super Ex-Girlfriend. That was actually pretty funny. Clerks 2. Good stuff out there, man. Happy birthday to those sisters out there, man. Happy birthday to those sisters.
Wanda Sykes is actually funny.
Yeah. She makes me laugh. She's
funny on Blackish.
All right, so how about this one, Damon? On this day, man, because we keep it going. It's 365 here, man. In our story, on this day in our story, man, the state of Georgia honored and issued a formal apology to musician and composer Ray Charles, man. They apologized to that man for the things the transgressions they committed against him in the past. And then on camera right, Michael Manley, former Jamaican prime minister, died on March 7th. March 7th out there.
Is he the one that kind of gave Bob Marley the okey doke Bob Marley and to make it seem like he was endorsing him when Bob Marley got shot? Was that him? That's him. Maybe. So, don't quote me on that. We got
to look that up about Michael Manley, man. And look. On Tuesday, I missed it, Damon. We missed it, but it's a lot of albums, man. You know, we like to talk hip-hop history here, and especially, rhythm and blues and all of that good stuff, man. But today is the birthday for Keep Their Heads Ringing, man, with Dr. Dre, that single on the Friday soundtrack. And then on Tuesday, Damon, Life of a Kid in the Ghetto was released. Edo G and the Bulldogs, man.
Oh, man, that was good stuff.
Yes. Edo G and the Bulldog. Yes, Roxbury. That came out on March. I can't believe I missed it, man. I can't believe I missed that, man. It's crazy.
I gotta have it.
I gotta have it.
Black and white video out, man.
How about this, man? A roller skate jam named Saturdays came out on March the 5th, man. So I missed that on Saturday. On Tuesday. On Tuesday.
Is Sam Gazelle out there?
Nah, he didn't tune in today, man. Yeah, he didn't tune in today.
That was his joint right there.
Yeah, and Day One Effects was released on March the 5th as well, Damon, man.
Our heads exploded when that came.
Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff out here, man. But look. Guess what, Damon? That's the end of the show, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this. All right. You cut me off?
Nah, go ahead.
Look, you got people out here making a lot of content, talking about stuff that we live. We all grew up, shopping at Charlie Rudo's and Cinderella, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of these youngsters and telling the story of tennis shoes and everything else. You got more guys coming out that's talking about who actually lived it. So, to Cam Newton's point, that ticks me off. When I hear people telling stories about Air Force Ones and Jordans and blah, 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 and they weren't there. So, in respect, I see what he's saying. Because I'm sick of these. I'm not going to. But I don't hear it. You know what I mean?
That is.
We lived it. That's that OG thing just kind of made me remember that.
You heard it right there, man. That's Damon Williams' prodigy moment. That's his Ghostface moment right here, man, on Grand Day. Hey, Zoners, we appreciate y'all for rocking out with us today. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday, man. We will be black. Peace.